Unthinkable devastation tonight in Ukraine after a powerful missile struck a train station where hundreds of women, children, and elderly citizens were trying to escape the war. At least 50 innocent civilians were killed, nearly 100 wounded.
5 children are among the dead. It is an attack that has drawn global outrage in what Ukrainian president called an evil that has no limits. KTLA's Pedro Rivera joins us with more from the KTLA newsroom. Pedro?
During the last 7 weeks, we've seen it all coming out of Ukraine. Schools bombed, residential buildings targeted, and maternity wards destroyed. But these images coming out of eastern Ukraine Friday may be the most punishing blow delivered by the Russians. A train station packed with civilians targeted, killing dozens. I do want to warn you that some of the video is graphic. This train station was an evacuation center for citizens fleeing the violence in eastern Ukraine. Video from days ago shows hundreds of people lining up to leave ahead of an expected Russian attack. On Friday, that attack came. Blood-soaked teddy bears and luggage are leftover remnants of Russia's latest brutality. Ukrainian officials report 50 people were killed and close to 100 were injured after a Russian missile strike on a train station. The Russian words "for the children" painted on a remaining missile. Officials report at least 5 children were among those killed.
This is another war crime committed by Russia. Everyone responsible for this will be brought to justice.
In an address, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused the Kremlin of purposely targeting civilians.
Like mass killings in Bucha, like many other Russian war crimes, the missile strike must become one of the charges at the tribunal.
Despite the video, Russian leaders dispute the attack, saying their military do not use those kind of missiles. The Pentagon finds their denial unconvincing.
Particularly when the ministry actually announced it, and then when they saw reports of civilian casualties, decided to unannounce it. This was a Russian strike.
Days after Russian forces retreated from the Kyiv region, residents in Makariv are combing through the destruction. The mayor of the town reports 132 civilians have lost their lives during the constant bombing. Russian forces have taken losses of their own, leaving many soldiers with a lack of supplies. Troops have been working on retreating north into Belarus and then into Russia.
We are beginning to see indications that they are, in fact, working on ways of refitting and resupplying these units.
On Thursday, the United Nations General Assembly voted to suspend Russia from its Human Rights Council. Following the attack at the train station in eastern Ukraine, the spokesman for the Secretary General for the UN, Stefan Dujarric, said perpetrators will be held accountable.
They are a gross violation of international humanitarian law and international human rights law.
The United States has made a commitment to send the necessary help President Zelensky has been asking for in the form of more than 12,000 anti-armored systems and drones. Live in the newsroom, Pedro Rivera, KTLA 5 News.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, HaKadosh. And next, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, this is your brother Davidah from the Men of Valor Camp here in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video in sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it can be edifying. I just played this video right here, this news clip. All right, going into what happened yesterday. All right, a missile killing 52. These weren't soldiers. All right, these were citizens. At a train station I think they were trying to leave Ukraine, right? And you heard them at the beginning speaking about, all right, if, innocent women and children and elderly, okay, which that sounds a whole lot like Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, man, right? About slaying utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, all right? Hey, the Lord is coming into a time where he's not about to spare these damn people. And the scriptures speak about whoever perished being innocent. So these people obviously weren't innocent. And ultimately, man, those damn people over there are Edomites. And they want people to feel some type of way about them. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is you can't believe everything that you see. All right? They're very much painting a narrative. All right? There's a whole lot of propaganda going on. All right, between these two nations. All right, they're both Edomite nations, but all right, guess who controls the media? Guess who controls the narrative, man? All right, ultimately the elites. All right, and they trickle it down, and you have all these different major news sites reporting different things, and especially over here, they're going to control the narrative to make Russia seem like they're the bad guy. All right, here it is, something like this, man. All right, they're going to, what did he say? He said something about the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, said it's like an evil, unimaginable, whatever the fuck he said, man. All right, either way, they're painting. Hey, you can't get upset when a devil does what a devil does. Esau was created to be that sword, man. Esau does not breed life into the world. He breeds nothing but death and destruction, right? But a couple things seemed a little strange concerning this, man. All right, because first of all, they're saying that they immediately said it was Russia. Of course, they're in a conflict with Russia. All right, but they said that Russia comes out and says that we didn't do this. Okay, and of course, nobody's going to believe it because everybody over here, everybody that's considered the West, all right, is going to automatically side with Ukraine, man. All right, I see different fucking flags. I see billboards talking about pray for Ukraine. You don't even understand the gist of what's really going on. All right, and Russia isn't doing anything that America has never done. All right, America has dropped even heavier fucking bombs. They've dropped atomic bombs, okay, on Ammon over in Japan. That was decades ago, but they did it. All right, even dealing with them being in Afghanistan and Iraq, right, in Yemen, all right, Libya, all these different countries, man. These Americans go throughout the country bombing and shit in the name of democracy. Nobody bats an eye. All right, and a couple people die, which people dying every damn day, man, because they wicked as fuck. Okay, especially these heathens. The Lord does not care about them, man. He's liking them as a drop that falleth from a vessel, man. Okay, so and the scriptures speak about. Actually, let's grab it. All right, it was evil in the city, right? Who did it? All right, yeah, we know it don't matter whether Ukraine did it or whether the Russians did it. Either way, the Lord put the spirit in them to do it. Let's bring this out. Amos. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? So that was something that was evil in the city. You had children dying, you had women dying, all right, elderly dying. All right, it wasn't really probably a whole lot of men there because, they had an ordinance that the men have to stay and fight. So the men wouldn't be leaving the train other than those like maybe policemen or guards or soldiers or whatnot, But for the most part, these people thought that they were about to flee destruction, and the Lord said, "Nah, no, you don't." All right, which I believe through the Spirit it was a false flag, man. All right, they had painting on the side of the damn miraculously. There's a piece of the fucking missile, all right, on the damn line. You don't see a whole lot of smoke. Okay, the shit has a lot of holes in it, man. All right, and that's pretty much why I'm doing this video. You can't believe everything you see. You have to be circumspect, all right, concerning the shit that's going on. Esau over here is doing a lot of little weird shit, and they've been doing shit like this, man. They're painting that narrative, and hey, ultimately, it's for our benefit, okay? They want to enter that war, all right? Esau's so damn proud over here, all right? America's so proud, they're going to enter this war and not knowing that, hey, it's going to lead to their damn downfall, man. They're not that lofty power that they once were, right? They being brought low, okay? Thou has become small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. All right, those that were at peace with you, they're going to deceive you. All right, speaking about, these damn Americans for the most part, right? But dealing with that missile, ironically enough, there's a piece of the missile just sitting in the fucking line. All right, not wedged anywhere, not disintegrated. And it clearly has a painting on the shit. And they say it's in Russian, and it says for the children. Man, they trying to make Putin seem like he's fucking Hitler or something. Which, he's a devil too. All right, but he ain't doing nothing that these Americans haven't done. All right, but they're painting this narrative, and they're going to get people behind them to justify making Russia that boogeyman. So, hey, if they decide to do a false flag over here, i.e. cut the lights out, or major cyber attacks, they can blame Russia and everybody. Nobody's gonna bat a fucking eye, man. All right, that's why I'm doing this video. You gotta, hey, brothers and sisters, remain circumspect, man. All right, we're not ignorant. Actually, let me grab that. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. That shit sounds suspect as hell, man. The damn piece of the missile that's supposed to kill 50 people and injure 100. All right, but there's a piece of the fucking missile just sitting on the damn ground. Clear as day, you can read that it's in Russian. The Russians said they didn't do that shit, man. They said that missile that was used is an old Soviet missile that's only used by Ukraine now. All right, but people ain't gonna believe that shit. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? We're not, man. All right, we hip to this shit, man. All right, we ain't just out here believing everything we see. A lot of this shit that's going on, even this whole military operation, could be a false flag, man. All right, there's something being set up. All right, that's what we're watching. All right, we're not getting emotional about, man, we don't give a shit about them people dying, man. They Edomites. They're devils. And yeah, I know they got the little transcripts on here. It don't fucking matter, man. All right, they all going into slavery, man. If they escape the nuclear destruction over there, all right, they're going into captivity, hardcore captivity, man. All right, they're gonna wish they was dead when we get our hands on them through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah. All right, but that ain't right now. But nonetheless, man, that shit, you know, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. All right, that shit got a lot of holes in it. And I was watching the guy that Off-Grid Desert Farming, all right, that with Paul and Adrian, and he brought that shit out immediately. He was like, bro, that shit was a false flag. You know, and see, Esau's little fucking trickeries and his enchantments aren't really working over the people anymore. A lot of people are becoming hip to this shit. All right, I want to get this in Isaiah the 19th chapter. You know, this ain't meant to be a long video. All right, I just want to bring out that information and show, man. All right, that shit, we'll see, but I don't know. That shit don't seem authentic. All right, it don't seem like the Russians probably did that. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14. The Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Right, Esau has been doing these different, right, because the Edomites are the modern day Egyptians, right? They've been doing these little, you know, false operations, all right, these little enchantments, and they're not working. Hey, it's being blown out the water. You know, the whole crown, all right, the whole suicide soup, right? You know, these lockdowns, and now this conflict with between Russia and Ukraine. All right, they're trying to paint these different narratives, but hey, they're having a lot of holes in them. See, decades ago, all right, when the internet wasn't a big thing, they could show this shit on the news, and people would just automatically believe it. All right, that's why you have so many people that believe that, you know, the whole you know, with the whole towers, you know what I'm talking about, going down. All right, that it just was what it was. You know, not knowing that it was some inside shit going on. All right, but those older people, they believe that shit. All right, but see, you have the internet coming out, and they call them what, conspiracy theorists, but hey, a lot of these things turn out to be, you know, somewhat true. Now, not everything, you know, is true. That's why you got to be circumspect. But all right, for the most part, Esau's little enchantments and shit they're not really working. We seeing right through that shit through the spirit, man. You know, and that's just, you know, I'll speak as a man. It could be authentic, but I don't think so. Like, scripture say, never trust thine enemy. We don't trust we don't trust this devil. I mean, these people are going to get behind the United States entering the war, and hey, it's going to be to their demise. All right, we know once again World War III isn't going to fully pop off until the MOTB is fully established. All right, you know, the MOTB is pushed throughout the earth. That's when all hell really is going to break loose. All right, concerning these the nations and these different wars. You know, this final world war. All right, pulling these different nations into conflict into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, but they're painting a narrative, man. They're painting Putin. They're painting Russia like they're the enemy, just like they did back during the Soviet Union. That's the whole reason NATO was created, to combat, all right, the Soviet Union. All right, but NATO doesn't really have a purpose anymore because the Soviet Union got basically dismembered. All right, and Ukraine was a part of Russia. So really, they're just trying to take back, you know, the land that was already theirs and whatnot. But you have these NATO countries trying to get Ukraine to join get Ukraine to join NATO, man. All right, so there's a narrative being pushed. All right, we'll see what comes of it, man. You know, the death toll may rise. Them, Joe, Sleepy Joe gonna come and read his teleprompter condemning it. You know, and it might even say, we need to do something about it. Right? They probably draw the line at the women and children. You know how soft these damn people are. All right, that's spoils of war. All right, they getting butt crazy over there. And Lord willing, it comes over here, man. All right, hey, these people over here ain't innocent. All right, not the women, not the children, not the old, not the fucking young. All right, if you ain't got that thawad, that mark of exemption, all right, your ass is liable to get your ass killed out here. So, just be, when you watch these news articles and stuff, be circumspect. All right, look at it through a spiritual lens. Either way, prophecies coming to pass, but they're trying to sway people's emotions, so to speak. So just be careful out there. So Lord willing, this was edifying. We give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.